picture this. It's wash day, and you can actually determine exactly what your hair needs. Because you can determine exactly what your hair needs, it turns out perfect every single time you wash your hair. Well, actually, all of this is a part of my intuitive curl care method, which is basically styling your hair intuitively. And one of the most important parts of finding out what your curl needs is figuring out whether or not it needs protein or moisture. So today, that's what we're covering. What inspired this video is in January 2025's Curls Monthly mailer, we actually have the Fix My Curls Hydrating Deep Conditioner. This product has a really great amount of both protein and moisture, so I thought it was a great time to talk about this because I don't think I've really covered this on my channel before. I've covered what is protein, what is moisture, lots of times, but have we talked about which one is which and when to pick which one? I don't think so. Fix My Curls is a Curls Monthly fan favorite. I love Fix My Curls so much that actually their products are made in India, and I actually used to sell them, and then the Curls Monthly subscribers sold them out because everyone fell in love with their shampoos and conditioners. So they are definitely a Curls Monthly cherished brand, which is so fun. I'm so glad that they're back. This deep conditioner has 8 oils, 2 butters, and protein. So it's a balancing hair mask that strengthens dry, brittle, and damaged hair. I want to show you the ingredients real quick because it's really well formulated. So obviously the first ingredient is water, and then we have quinarium 87, benzotronium methosulfate. Those are both moisturizers. Then we have sunflower seed oil, which is an oil for moisturization. Then we have 2 proteins right in a row, actually kind of 3 proteins right in a row. Hydrolyzed soy, hydrolyzed milk, and hydrolyzed corn proteins. Now, when you have proteins in a hair product, even if it's just one, it makes it a hair product. You can have a hair product without protein, but you cannot have a hair product without moisture. So when the protein agents are in there, it's going to really be potent, especially if they're so up high on the ingredient list, and 3 in a row, that is crazy. This is a very nice protein product. But it also has lots of moisture in it. We have ingredients like peppermint oil, honey, jojoba oil, and mango seed butter, which are going to really give moisturization. So when do you pull a product like this? That's what we're gonna talk about. As always, I'll link below the link to subscribe to Curls Monthly if you wanna choose this in your next mailer. I definitely recommend it for damaged hair, dry hair in general, because it does have that moisture. And maybe somebody with extra fine hair might want to be careful because it does have butters in it and things like that. But all things are great in moderation. The way that you're going to use this mask is to just rake it through your mids and your ends and leave it on for 10 to 20 minutes. I will link below a video that is basically a how to condition and deep condition curls. So you can watch that if you're new to curls and you're not quite sure exactly even how to do that. So we want to determine, does my hair need protein or moisture? So here's 3 ways you can kind of help determine that. The first and the easiest is the stretch test. Now there are different types of stretch tests done. My little stretch test is actually done on dry hair, and I use large curl clumps. I've seen other people, they'll do a stretch test with wet hair and they will literally just pull a single strand and see what happens. That works. It's probably more scientific than my way, but I like my way. I think it works for my methods. So basically the stretch test is to take a curl from your hair. So I'm gonna just take this one because it's in the front. You're just gonna take one single curl, and then you're going to pull it straight. Then you're just gonna let it go. And depending on what the curl does will determine whether or not you need protein or moisture. So pull it straight, let it go. I'm gonna also do this one. This is a good curl. Pull it straight, let it go. So you can see that this really nice juicy curl has that reverb on it. It bounce, bounce, bounce. That basically means that it's balanced. That means that it's good to go. It has both equal parts protein and moisture, and I'm doing a good job at balancing my hair. Now, as you saw with the other strand I did at first, it doesn't have quite as that great reverb, but it still is bouncing back to its original shape. So maybe it could use actually a little bit more protein. Now I have this hair, where is it? Right here. I have this hair that never really curls like the rest. It's flat and limpy, and I will pull it and it kind of doesn't really have that reverb. It's kind of just limpy out. It doesn't really do much. And that would tell me that that section of my hair would probably need protein. So yes, I just showed you 3 different strands of hair because every hair, everyone has different types of curls on their head, but you would kind of do a general look at your hair, stretch a few pieces, and whatever the common denominator is would be what you have. So if you stretch your hair and let it go and it goes right back, you probably have balanced hair. If you stretch your hair and it kind of feels brittle and dry and almost like it's breaking off as you stretch it, which is more common than you would think, then you need moisture. If you stretch your curl and it doesn't really bounce back, it just kind of like stays limpy, you need protein. So that is the stretch test. So then basically before you get in the shower, you would just do a stretch test, and then that would determine which products you need that wash day. Now, because my hair is more balanced right now, that's when I would choose something like this. Something that has a little bit of protein and a little bit of moisture in it. The second way you can determine whether or not your hair needs protein or moisture on any given wash day is what I call the generalization test. Basically just signs that you need protein or moisture. So general signs that you need either one, and then whichever ones like you have more of, that's probably the one you need. So for example, signs you need protein would be flat hair, flat roots, oily hair, oily roots, hair that doesn't hold its shape, hair that doesn't like clump together very well, it's like stringy, and hair that's just in general damaged is gonna lean towards needing more protein. Moisturization, on the other hand, is going to be mainly hair that is frizzy. Frizzy, dull, and dry are all the signs that you need moisture. So if like your color is not shiny, if to touch it just feels like hay or straw, that probably is also going to mean that you need moisture. So that's a generalization test. Those are kind of the signs, and then you would kind of categorize your hair into each one. And then the third, which is kind of the most annoying way, but also sort of the best way, is to literally guess and check. Obviously, this is not great long term, but when you're learning and figuring it all out, you kind of are guessing checking anyway. Basically, I learned really what protein did for my hair when I guessed and I checked and I got it right and I got it wrong. And when you got it wrong, you'll know you got it wrong. So that is sort of like how you want to do it. You just want to like, okay, I think based on a hypothesis that I probably will want XYZ, so I'm going to try XYZ, document, take photos, notate, okay, that didn't really do what I wanted it to do. So probably that's not what I need. So do the stretch test right now and let me know in the comments where you're at. Are you protein heavy, moisture heavy, balanced? What do you need? Thank you so much for watching. As always, make sure you're subscribed to this channel and I'll see you next time.